so this is the heart. So this is going to be your aorta right here. And it's a little tough to see because the veins get in the way.
Well, almost good. Where'd you say the aorta was again? The aorta was that thing on top, right?
Yep. Okay, so on humans, we have like the 3 that come off our aorta. On cats, they only have those 2 main vessels. So the first one, right here, is your brachiocephalic.
That whole...
Off of the aorta, yep. So you have, this one's your brachiocephalic right here.
Artery?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other one, it goes...
That thinner one?
Immediately, yep, that's your left subclavian.
Okay, artery.
So, off of the brachiocephalic right here, you can see there's 3 branches. This first one is the left common carotid. That middle one is the right common carotid artery. And then this one right here is the right subclavian.
So they're all right?
Yeah. Well,
you said right
left,
what?
Left common carotid. Right common carotid. Right subclavian.
Okay.
And then that other one that branches off over here, that's your left subclavian.
Okay.
So that's how it differs from a human. So it's your right subclavian until you get into this area, like the shoulder area on the cat. So, like right here. Here it's going to be the axillary.
On the shoulder. Axillary artery? Or just axillary?
Axillary artery. And then when it's more in the arm area, it's your brachial. That's as far as you have to know on the cat.
Are they veins or arteries?
Arteries.
Are they both?
Arteries.
Alright. That's all we have to know for that part?
I believe so, up top.
We needed to know thymus and...
Oh yes, you have to know the
thyroid
too. I'll do those after. Okay, so going back to the underside. So you have, these are the kidneys right here.
Yeah, that's an easy one. She ain't giving us that.
She might. She gave us that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So are those renal veins going to it?
Well, those are the renal veins there, yep. And the renal arteries are right here. Well, one of them. So veins are more superficial than arteries, so they'll be bigger usually, and you'll see them more easily. So there's one of your renal arteries, and then on the other side, it's probably buried. Yeah, it's buried, but you get the idea. It's the one that goes to the kidneys.
Okay.
So I'm looking for the celiac trunk, which is the first branch off of the aorta.
Oh, sorry.
So right here is on the descending aorta. This is the celiac trunk. Just like in humans, it's that first branch.
So thin.
Yep. So up here you can see where it splits, but it's going to go to your spleen.
Can you pull that open again, please?
Yep, right there. you can see it starts to split, but it's going to split into 3 different arteries. It's going to go to your spleen, your stomach, and liver. The next one, right under it, and they're close, so you have to remember it, is the superior mesenteric artery right here.
That's it?
Yep, right there.
Does it have an inferior one?
Yep. So celiac trunk is first, superior mesenteric artery. Then you keep going down, and right here is your inferior mesenteric artery.
Oh, it's just
So you can see it feeding all the.
The mesenteric.
Yep. So when the aorta gets to the end of the road,
Is that where they have that?
That'll be your iliac.
so those.
Iliac.
Yep.
But we don't have a comment
Now-
in the cat. She said.
Okay.
Right?
So yep. So it's just the iliac. And
Artery.
I don't.
External or?
I
Oh
believe
yeah, she said she wasn't gonna do the internal.
you don't
right?
have to
They
know
go
the
too
internal
deep.
because they run deep.
Yeah.
Normally you
You have to know the
can't see them.
External iliac arteries and veins they have.
So once it passes down, it's the iliac right here. Once it gets into the leg area, it's the femoral.
Femoral there.
And down
Popliteal.
here,
And she said our cat didn't have the great saphenous one. It was crux.
Venus.
so down in here, you're gonna have your popliteal artery.
Popliteal.
Yeah, sorry. With those, it's less about where it splits and more about the area of the body it's in. So when it's behind the knee, that's when it's the popliteal, and when it's in this leg area, that's when it's the femoral.
Femoral.
Alright, and then let's just pretend that there's the fourth.
Great saphenous.
That would be it. That would have been it.
I'll do the veins next. I think that was all the arteries you had to know.
Well,
Did I
that was
miss
what
any?
you just held up was the blue. That was a vein, femoral
Yep.
vein, right? Do we need to know femoral vein or just artery? Femoral
It's
vein,
not
yeah,
femoral vein.
artery.
But I'm
Where's
just
the
wondering-
azygos in the cat?
I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's
under the
along-
rib right here. It's
yeah.
pretty easy to see.
Oh, that and there, that blue.
So you'll see, might be better on this side. Anyways, all the ribs, can you see the little veins in between the ribs there?
Yeah.
They dump into one long vein that runs along here and
The blue
dumps
one?
back into the back side of the heart. You can't see it very well from where I was. I'm trying. There it is. So right there is your azygos vein.
That blue one?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's kind of a collecting duct for all these right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? So it's that blue one back in there.
Pull these ribs down.
Okay.
There you go.
And then it kind of dumps back
Well,
into
she
the
does say
back side of the heart.
internal iliac arteries, but didn't she say today she wasn't going to do it because it runs too deep?
And that was the common.
The common? Oh.
Oh, it's not. There's no internal for the veins. Because you can see here,
Oh.
there are your internal arteries, but it's the veins that run really deep, which is
Okay.
normally the opposite way.
So
Normally
those are the
veins
internal
superficial.
arteries, the branches down?
But we don't need them.
Yeah, we do.
Which ones?
Internal
Internal
iliac
iliac
arteries.
Yeah.
She's not gonna ask it though. She said it's gonna be too hard.
Okay.
Internal?
The internal ones.
That's what I thought she said.
Yeah.
Well, why are they on here?
I
thought
don't
you
know.
said the common iliac arteries.
No, she said whatever one is the deepest. I think it was the internal one. She said she's not gonna try to point them out. She said don't know them, but don't. She's not gonna stick them.
She has common iliac vein here, but not common iliac
That's what I've heard
artery.
is the common iliac artery.
One of the two. I can't remember whichever one's deepest. Which one's deeper? The artery.
Arteries are
Yeah.
generally deeper.
Okay. I think that's.
But
Yeah, I
it's
could
the
have s-
common one that she's not going to ask for the artery.
Okay.
Hope to God she don't ask for any of that crap. Something easy. Like
You'll
this.
probably
know
have. You'll probably have at least 2 cats. As far as, so you might get asked some endocrine organs. You definitely will, but you'll probably have at least 2 stations on a
Cat.
cat.
Oh, please, Ben. You know,
Hey, I don't make the test.
That's it?
We only had one on A&P1. Muscles?
We had two.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
I screwed them
They were
both
side
up.
by
Yeah.
side.
I think I got like 2 things right on that.
All right. So coming out of here, here's the heart. So this first vessel above it
Superior vena
is your superior vena cava, right? And it splits into your brachiocephalic veins here and here. Those
We
are going
don't-
to split. And on the cat, another difference between the cat and a human,
This is
they
big.
have both, but you have to know the external jugular veins versus the internal. So these are the external jugular veins. You can see them go all the way up into the neck. And then the other part that comes off of it, so here it's cut, that's your right subclavian, and over here is your left subclavian.
So the Y part is the brachiocephalic
Yep.
vein.
Right here and right
And
here.
then right and left subclavian and external jugular.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's cut here. And I'll double check the sheet, but I think it's the axillary vein. And then
I
do you,
guess
do
the
you have to know
armpit.
the brachial?
Vein.
Okay. So it's the same idea as the artery. Once it's over here in the armpit area, it's going to be your axillary. So it's right subclavian.
Brachial vein.
In here, it's going to be axillary vein.
Let's say brachial vein.
Does it not?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so down in here, down more in the arm area, it's going to be your brachial vein. Same idea for the
axillary
other
here,
side.
brachial there.
Yep.
Just know which things need right, which things need left, which ones don't need it.
So I'm sure you all know this because she probably said it like 8 times. Yellow is the hepatic portal vein.
Yeah.
Underneath here, this one that's going up into the heart, this is the inferior vena cava,
Which one's right?
right here. It goes all the way up.
Okay.
These huge ones that go to the kidneys are your renal veins. If you keep going down,
Go, Ben, go.
Iliac.
yep. So when it splits off, it's your common iliac veins.
Right there.
Yep. Now, did it say in your sheet that you don't have to know the internal?
You do have to.
You do have to?
Wait for the, no, it's
Common
external.
iliac veins, external
external.
iliac vein, not internal for the vein.
So this area is going to be your common iliac vein, and I believe it's right here where it splits down.
Yeah, like
Where is
it's
it?
gonna go to the tail.
Yeah. So right here, I think it would be your internals,
It's
but you
gonna
have to
go to
know
the
them. So here are your externals, and then
External iliac vein.
I forget how the saphenous and the
I got
femoral are
that.
kind of lined up. So where'd you say it was over here? The one that was sliced?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
right.
That's
It's
on the
like
outside.
part of the outside, and it hooks.
That's the stuff
Yeah.
Okay.
that's on the outside.
So there's the great saphenous, would be right there. And then the femoral is right here, running
Okay.
down. And you do have to know popliteal?
Yeah,
Yes.
vein.
Yep. So that would be right there,
Alright.
behind the knee.
Well, that is.
So
see,
where's
that's
the
a giveaway for the area of the
external
body.
iliac again?
That's what you're supposed to be following. Just think about where it is.
Believe it's right here, but
Okay.
it turns into the femoral.
And then the
Fairly quickly,
popliteal.
yeah.
Okay, and then the internal one you said was the one that looks like it's gonna go to the tail.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
it's that right there. I want to cut it
Starting
more,
all
but
mush in my
Okay.
head now.
but that's your basic idea.
All right, now
You wanna, so you need to know the endocrine organs too.
thyroid.
Yep.
Like knowing what we need to know for the body.
So kind of just shoved it into his trachea, but
Thyroid, thymus.
so the thymus is gonna look like a chewed piece of meat over
Yeah.
the top of the heart.
It's kind of
Looks
flipped-
like it's
flipped back. There you go.
okay. So there would be part of it.
Yeah.
But if anything is on the heart or relatively close right here, it's gonna be the thymus.
And the
The
pancreas.
pancreas is
Right there.
Right here. So, like this little membrane here. If it's on like the mesentery, it's going to be the pancreas.
Okay. And
Then you have the adrenal glands. So on humans, they sit right on top of our kidneys, and
They're so tiny on here.
What are you
The other
looking
one's
for?
open.
right there.
That's the adrenal gland.
So that's an
right?
adrenal
What
gland.
else did you
So-
show them for anything?
So in a cat, here's your kidney, and then it
Where's
sits
kidney?
up a little
You
bit.
don't need to know kidney.
Yeah, adrenal gland. Isn't
just
it
showing
cute?
you.
It's so adorable.
Yeah, it looks like a little
It's a
bean.
little peanut.
It does. And then of course the testes. We got those. We know where those are.
Testes, that.
Look at those. And then,
We'll know the ovaries and
And that's
Yeah.
the thymus, that
yep.
thing, right?
So the thymus is going to sit over the heart. The thyroid's going to be up in the neck. It's kind of sitting over it right here.
thyroid.
Alright.
And then there's
Pancreas.